Yeah, Mr. Humble is promoted now. He is running in Class A. It looks like a little bit tough bunch. 2, 3 horses are there. He's got a chance. More of a place type. Not win. He has to beat 2 horses. One is Silver Swift. Then the second one is Baltimore.
Baltimore, unfortunately, has not had a run this season. Twice I entered the horse in both races. Once I was balloted out, and once the race went void. So I'm hoping to get a start into her. I think she would benefit a lot from the start.
Silver Swift has just come to me, and yes, she's been knocking on the door. She's been working well. I hope she runs a good race. The one horse I have to beat over there is Baltimore.
We have a look at the first runner coming up. Will be number 1, Mr. Humble, the eventual winner in this race, waiting to pounce on the front runner. Wish Again was the one who had that useful margin, and Mr. Humble garnered maximum support on the outside to come and eventually nail down Wish Again in the last few strides to win by a margin of long neck, in fact. And Mr. Humble ended up winning this race after some disappointing runs, rated at 23. One Tungstruck, Crossnose Band, and Visor. 2 will be Baltimore. Baltimore was running third and eventually ran fourth on this outing is Baltimore. Ultimate Baltimore was the one who eventually ran fourth in his previous outing behind Starry Wind, and once again ran fourth on this occasion is Baltimore. A supported of Chase the Suns from Tungsten Crossnose Band, rated at 32. 3 will be Burst of Blaze, who ran 8th. Pavarotti was the winner. Burst of Blaze was last, in fact, is out of Night Store at Sabrina in race number 9 of the current summer season, who finished 8th out of 9 runners, just beat 1 on. Pavarotti literally pulverized the opposition, winning by 9 3/4 lengths. Burst of Blaze ended up last, rated at 27. 4 will be Qvega. Qvega was the one who did not complete the course. In fact, Mystical Markaba was the one drawn 4, in fact, took a jump, and then ultimately there you have it, veered in on the inside railing, and ultimately did not complete the course is Qvega. Sedgefield out of Grenadine, rated at 27. 5 will be Silver Swift, who ran 4. Tiger Returns of the winner, who led the field, Silver Swift, and ultimately ended up finishing on 4th on the sorting. In fact, thrice 4th in last winter, and once ended up 8th behind Roman Pa. He's been pretty consistent in his last 3 outings as Silver Swift, having run thrice 4th, rated at 27. Spawning Blinkers, Tongue Strap, and Basket Bit is number 5, Silver Swift. 6 will be Master of Courage, and number 7, Bellissimo. These are the 2 runners we have looked at, but let's have a look at 6, Master of Courage. Master of Courage was the one who was withdrawn in race number 9 of the summer season, but in race number 147 ran 7th on that occasion. Behind Agera is Master of Courage, rated at 26, whereas number 7, Bellissimo, is supported of Alhambra, who ended up finishing on 4th, having run 5th in his last outing. Behind Sacred Creator is Bellissimo. This is the last winter run looking at. Sporting Blinkers, Tongue Strap, rated at 20 is Bellissimo. 8 will be Chirag. Chirag is at a B safe. Songlock is Chirag, who ran 5th. Spirit Dancer was the winner. Well, travelled, in fact, in the center of the track is Chirag, and ran ending up 5th, having run 3rd behind Air Display and 4th behind Ooh La La in a subsequent outing. In this occasion, 5th out of 10 runners. Spirit Dancer was the winner. Race number 109 is the one which is questions from Tungsten Cross.
Abotse is a very nice horse. He's a very handsome horse. He's been working reasonably well, and I'm quite excited to watch him run for the first time.
That was Tehani's first run. She was a little green. She did not have the experience. Now she has the experience. Hopefully she should win. But the jockey that's been working her is riding Night Defensor, and Arjun is pretty confident on his horse. So let's hope for the best.
She's a nice filly. She's well bred. She's very precocious, sensible. She's still a little backward, but she hasn't developed fully. Hasn't come into her body, but she has ability, and I'm hoping that she runs a good race.
Only we have a look at the first runner coming up will be number 2, Irish Coffee, who ran 8th. The Synthesis was the winner, and Irish Coffee in the silks of green, orange sleeves, orange and green quartered cap is Irish Coffee. Smuggler's Cove out of Anahi ended up finishing on 8th out of 13 runners. Synthesis was the one who won by comfortable margin, and Irish Coffee, on the other hand, ended up in that back one, sporting Tongue Strap. Rainbow Dreamer, who finished 7th. Golden Peaks was the winner, and Rainbow Dreamer was the one who was running 5th at the stage and ultimately ended up finishing on 7th, having run 3rd for most part of the journey. Dropped back gradually to run 7th out of 8 runners. Golden Peak was the winner of this race, previously in winter, having run 3rd behind Roman Spirit. I will be Treasure Chest. Charmer out of Magical Treasure was the one who ran 5th on the sorting. Viracho was the winner, and also coming up for scrutiny will be number 7, Tehani, who ended up finishing on 2nd on the sorting. Was Tehani, being produced at the widest of all, and ended up finishing on 2nd on the sorting. Travelled wide, sporting the sheepskinner's van, and ran, ending up 2nd. Excellent out of Unforgettable You was Tehani, sporting tongue strap, whereas Treasure Chest ended up 5th out of 9 runners. 3rd for most part of the journey and ran, ending up 5th. Ultimately is Treasure Chest, rated at 26, sporting tongue strap is Treasure Chest. 6 will be Salome, who ran 5th. The Godfather was the winner of this race, was running 3rd at the stage and ultimately ended up finishing on 5th out of 8 runners. The Salome, Win Legend at a Fight to Glory, dropped back gradually to end up finishing on 5th, having run in OT 4th behind 4th in his previous outing, and in his subsequent run ran 2nd behind Miss Saliore. Salome is for tongue stop, rated at 29.
Millbrook has been working well. She's a light filly, so I give her very little work. She'll run well.
Well, Fleming Road is there. Again, she's come to me from a different trainer. She's been working well. All I have to beat is Gruvin over there.
45. We have a look at number 1, Millbrook, who ran 5th. Measure of Time was the winner of this race, and Millbrook was the one who was tucked in towards the railing, ended up finishing on ultimately 5th out of 9 runners. 5th right throughout was Millbrook. Win Legend out of Winged Foot finished on 5th over that 7 furlong trip. The winner being Measure of Times for Tungsten Crossnose Band, rated at 41, is number 1, Millbrook. 2 will be Seoul. Number 2 will be Seoul. This is the horse which ran 2nd. Outside his Synergy was the winner of this race. Being produced in the center of the track was Seoul, sporting the silks of yellow with black star, black sleeves with yellow stars was Seoul. Travelled wide under the whip and came in, finished on 2nd out of 9 runners. Outside his Synergy had already wrapped up this race, but Seoul was the one who flashed in to come and end up finishing on 1 1/4 lengths behind the winner, rated at 40s for Tungsten Crossnose Band. And 3 will be Macron, who ran 2nd. Top Dancer was the winner, and Macron was the one was running 2nd at the stage. Top Dancer was the one who won by a margin of 3/4 of length. Now been switched on the outside is Macron to come and eventually run 2nd. 3/4 lengths separating the first 2 runners, rated at 34 is number 3, Macron. 4 will be Flamingo Road. Flamingo Road ran 3rd. Ultimate Striker was the winner, and Flamingo Road was the one who was leading the pack and finished on ultimately 3rd on this occasion is Flamingo Road, having run 3rd behind Sophia, with 2nd behind Beldona, 4th behind Archway, and 3rd out of 8 runners behind Ultimate Striker is Flamingo Road. This is race number 162 you're looking at of the last winter, rated at 31 for Tungsten Crossnose Band. 5 will be Glow in the Dark, who ran 4th. Defining Power was the winner of this race. Just given a tap or so was Glow in the Dark. He's out of A7 6 Sigma, but came in, ended up finishing on 4th out of 9 runners in race number 16 of this current summer season. Defining Power was the eventual winner in this race, rated at 30s for Tungsten Crossnose Band, and basket bet is number 5, Glow in the Dark. And 6 will be Gruvin. Gruvin was the one who ran 5th. Chinky Pinky was the winner of this race. Up there in front was Gruvin, and the silks of yellow with the red stripes, brown sleeves is Gruvin. Well, in that fighting line, and ultimately ran 5th out of 14 runners. A couple of horses charging in on the outside. Chinky Pinky was the one who came and emerged victorious to win by nose, in fact, and Gruvin was the one who ran a closed 5th on this occasion, rated at 30. And 7 will be Golden Starlet. Golden Starlet ran 3rd. The Golden Dream was the winner of this race, and Golden Starlet was the one who finished on 3rd on this occasion in the colors of white with orange, royal blue, and dark green belt is Golden Starlet. Declaration of War of Destiny, after some disappointing runs, ran into the money on this occasion here in summer behind the Golden Dream. Golden Starlet ran 3rd, rated at 27. And 8 will be Altair. Altair ran 9th on this occasion. Well, had a good performance in the fag end of winter, having run 2nd in race number 162, but his summer season runs in 2 accounts, having finished off the frame, having run 8th behind Dawn Rising and 9th behind Venus on this occasion is Altair's one. Blinkers, Tungsten Crossnose Band, and basket bet.
Tripitaka has been very genuine. She's done well last season. She won 2 races, but she's up in handicap. She's running after layoff and some setbacks. So that's the reason why I claimed allowance, because I wanted her to, you know, explore her first race. And she'll run a good race, but I think the set is going to be a little bit tough for her.
Yeah, she has run a good third behind Rapidus in the previous outing, and she has got a good chance in this race. On handicap, there is only Classic Charm. I think that is the horse, second best horse in that race. I feel that I should win this race. Unfortunately, she has not stood up to the expectations what we were thinking. We were thinking very high of her, but she has won only one maiden race, and this race looks like, you know, in her campus. I think she should win this race by God's grace.
40 to 65. One will be Eternal Princess, who ran second. Siege Courageous was the winner of this race, and Eternal Princess was running second at the stage and eventually ran on to finish on second itself. Is Eternal Princess. Roderick O'Connor out of Utah, a beautifully bred horse. Well, started off his winter campaign with the second being You Can, and subsequently ran off the frame in his next 3 outings, and in the fag end ran second behind Siege Courageous, rated at 55 Tungstrap. Basket bed cross nose band. 2 will be English Bay. English Bay was the one who ran 8th in race number 18, 8th out of 9 runners. In the Light was the eventual winner in this race, but English Bay ran off the frame, having been consistent in his Bangalore winter runs. 2 wins and 1 second and 1 7th being Smithsonian, rated at 54 is number 2 English Bay. 3 will be Tripitaka. Tripitaka was the eventual winner in this race. Well, yet another runner which has shown the form model of consistency and form, in fact, is Tripitaka, having started off on a winning note, beating Alcides Energy, twice second being the response in English Bay, and in this occasion repeated that winning form, beating Stunning Grey by a margin of a neck. In fact, Tripitaka won on this outing, is in race number 91, rated at 53 Swan Blinkers Tungstrap. And 4 will be Crown Concert. Crown Concert ran third out of 12 runners. Second for Most for the Journey. Classic Charm also coming up for scrutiny. Rightly Noble was the one who finished on ending up 12th on that occasion. But let's start off with the first runner, Crown Concert, who ran third out of 12 runners. Second for Most for the Journey, and ultimately ran ending up third. Spun Tungstrap, rated at 48. Number 6 in the Classic Charm ran a poor race, having run 6th out of 12 runners on this occasion. Rapidus was the winner, rated at 47. But Tungstrap Crossnose Band in race number 17. Rightly Noble ended up finishing on 12th out of 12 runners, rated at 47. And number 9 in the card, the Republic Power, finished on 8th out of 12 runners, rated at 46. One Tungstrap. 5 will be Lotta Brunnen. Lotta Brunnen was the one. Lotta Brunnen was the one who ran 5th. Etosha was the winner of this race, nicely positioned, and ultimately ended up finishing on 5th on this occasion is Lotta Brunnen. Well, in between runners, running undercover, in fact, and ended up finishing on 5th out of 12 runners is Lotta Brunnen, having led the field for Most for the Journey, dropped back and ended up finishing on 5th out of 12 runners behind Etosha, rated at 48, spinning side cheek piece. 8 will be Archway. Archway ran 7th. Siege Courageous was the winner of this race, and Archway being produced on the inside railing, sporting the silks of royal blue was Archway. Race number 3 finished on 7th out of 11 runners, rated at 46. One Tungstrap Crossnose Band is number 8 Archway. 10 will be Tough Cookie. Tough Cookie, he's at a Cougar Mountain out of Edith Piaf is number 10. Tough Cookie, who ran 9. Charlie was the winner of this race, nicely positioned in front, and ultimately dropped back to end up finishing on 9th out of 11 runners. Is Charlie's win is Tough Cookie, but here in Bangalore was withdrawn in race number 3 behind Siege Courageous. Siege Courageous win is Tough Cookie, rated at 46. Blinkers Tungstrap Crossnose Band.
Tignanello had a lead-up race. He won 2 races last season back-to-back, and then he had a setback, so he hadn't run for almost about 4-5 months. He had a lead-up race 2 weeks back. Unfortunately, this race is coming a little bit too close. I would have preferred 3 weeks, but since it's there, I have to take it. He's feeling well and looking, he's a little dry-coated, but he's looking well and feeling well. I think he should be there at the finish.
Yeah, his last run was a little disappointing. We've rested him after that and brought him out. The race is between Tigernello, Splendido and Stormy Ocean. Although I'm a little better in the weights, but those two have had a benefit of a run, so it'll be a very close race.
I felt that 7 furlong is a bit too short, so I put him on 1800, and he'll be there at the thick of the things.
1800 meters. One will be Splendido, number 2 Tigernello, and number 5 Stella Gold. These are the 3 runners. But let's start off with the first runner coming up. Will be number 1 in the card, Splendido. Ran ending up 3rd on this occasion is Splendido over that mile trip. 5th for most part of the journey, and ended up ultimately running 3rd out of 8 runners. BN Christoffel is Splendido's putting blinkers, tongue strap rated at 57. 2 on the other end is Tigernello, ended up 5th, having won back-to-back wins, and 5th BN Christoffel is from tongue strap rate 56. And number 5 in the card is Stella Gold, ran 7th, having won his last outing over that 9 furlong trip, beating My Vision, ran 7th on this occasion, rated at 46 from tongue strap hanging bed. And we have a look at number 3, that's Stormy Ocean. Stormy Ocean ran 6th. Santorino was the winner of this race. Well, could have come and finish on far more closer is Stormy Ocean, but ran ending up 6th. 2 wins to his credit in race number 50 and 118 is Stormy Ocean, and ran 5th in the Derby and La Arena is Stormy Ocean. In this occasion of the 2000 meter trip, ran 6th and Santorino, rated at 54 from tongue strap, basket bit, cross nose band and hood is Stormy Ocean. We have a look at 4 Peluche. Peluche is the one who ran 9th out of 9 runners. Last on this occasion is Peluche in race number 18, rated at 49 from tongue strap is Peluche. Number 6 will be Mighty Zoo. Mighty Zoo was the one who ran over that 7 furlong trip and won on the first occasion, beating Ahern, and subsequently ran 2nd. Now that he's running over that extended trip, over that 9 furlong trip, well, Mighty Zoo came in from that mid-pack to end up finishing on 2nd on the starting. Eridani was the winner of this race from Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 42. And 7 will be Truth, who's coming in from Hyderabad, having run 3rd. Beyond Huntingdon is Truth. Princeton out of Lady Be Good is Truth, who ran 3rd on the starting. Pretty consistent, in fact, having run 3rd on the first occasion. Winner in his subsequent run, beating Encore, and 3rd Beyond Huntingdon in race number 205 is Truth from Tungster, rated at 40. This is the run where Truth ran in Hyderabad.
Yeah, he ran a good race on the first day when he raced. It was the first one in Bangalore, and he didn't disappoint it. He ran a decent race. So taking on from there, stands a good chance over there in this race. He should run a good race. Yeah, he's coming up well. I'm happy with the horse.
He won pretty well last time, but it was a weaker set. And now he's running with a much tougher set, and he's got penalized quite a lot for that win. He's well in himself. He should run a good race. I can't say that he'll win.
Well, he's a horse that's sort of bouncing back into form slowly. Doesn't have the form he had in Calcutta, but it's a matter of time before he bounces back.
Monteverdi is basically more a long distance horse. He's won nice races for me in Calcutta over the distance. Over here he's running in a 7 furlong race, which is going to be more of a start for him than anything else, because he's rated at about 84, and he was eligible to run in an open class 1 race. So I thought, let him have a race here, and then I'll take him forward from here and see how he performs.
Yes, he's the winner in his last start in Bombay. If you recall, he's run a mighty race here last year against Birgil, and subsequently he's run a big group in a million in Pune also. He's a very consistent performer, and he's in good nick. He likes the city. He's feeling well. I think in that race I have to beat up on a horse called Isn't She Beautiful. This filly has run a mighty race in the terms race in Bombay against Leopard Dog and Iron Age. That's the horse to beat.
Promise Kept, I think, requires some space between her races. I'm trying something new with her. She's run a top race last time out at bottom weight, and I hope she repeats it this time.
100 meters. We have a look at the first runner coming up will be Black Onyx, who ran 4th. Northern Lights was the winner of this race, and Black Onyx was the one who ran 4th out of 8 runners on that outing. Pretty consistent, in fact, is Black Onyx, having been featuring in the money quite frequently in Hyderabad, as well as here during the invitation weekend. Ran 4th in the Super Mile behind Northern Lights is Black Onyx, from tongue stop rated at 93. We have a look at number 2, Fast Train, was a winner in his last starting. And number 4 in the card is Sea Lion. And also coming up will be number 10 in the card. We have a look at Promise Kept. Well, let's have a look at Fast Train's credential. Winner on this occasion, having beaten Promise Kept by a margin of 1.5 length over the 1200 meter trips, one tongue stop rated at 93. And Fast Train and Promise Kept made the run simultaneously, and ultimately Fast Train emerged victorious, ridden out vigorously to win by a margin of 1.5 lengths, one tongue stop rated 93. Promise Kept, on the other hand, ended up finishing on a fine second, lives to fight another day, one tongue stop cross nose band rated at 72. And number 4 in the card, Sea Lion, ran 5th out of 8 runners, rated at 89 for tongue strap. And 3 will be Isn't She Beautiful, who ran 4th. Leopard Rock was the winner of this race. Raisina Star, who ran 10th. This is coming from Western India as Raisina Star. But let's have a look at Isn't She Beautiful, having that win under a belt in race number 131 in winter, beating Polished Girl. Ran 4th behind Leopard Rock in Mumbai. In fact, Isn't She Beautiful, one tongue strap rated at 90. Came into that fighting line in the last few strides, whereas Raisina Star ran a poor race, finishing on 10th after some good performance in Calcutta. Ran ending up 10th out of 11 runners, rated at 80 cents. Putting cross nose band is Raisina Star. 5 will be Belletta. Belletta is the next runner. Belletta ran 10th. Northern Lights was the winner. This is the Mumbai run you're looking at of Belletta, who had gone to Mumbai and ran 10th out of 10 runners behind Northern Lights in race number 171. Previously ran 6th behind 6th in race number 160 but in Mumbai. But this occasion, 10th out of 10 runners, rated at 88 from Tungsta cross nose band is number 5, Belletta. Well, 6 will be De Villiers. De Villiers ran 8th. Northern Lights was the winner of this race. The current season run you're looking at in race number 27, where Northern Lights was the winner and De Villiers was the one who was in that mid-pack, given a tap or so, and ultimately ran 8th out of 10 runners, 8th right throughout. In fact, never improved at all is De Villiers, having won his last start in winter in race number 173, beating Last Wish by a margin of half length, rated at 80 cents for Tungsta cross nose band. Monteverdi, the eventual winner in this race, the horse which is coming from Calcutta, won the Ledger, in fact, beating Magneto, is Monteverdi, and previously having won his previous 2 outings, beating Mandolin and Leonardo, is Monteverdi. In this occasion, wrapped it up with a fine triple, in fact, is Monteverdi. Spawning blinkers, tongue stop rated at 85. Pride's Angel, who is coming from Western India, is Pride's Angel, winner in his last start in Mumbai, having finished on 2nd in his previous outing, and in this occasion 2nd behind Golden Nest, in fact, and in this occasion came and emerged victorious to beat Golden Nest. So that 7 furlong trip is Pride's Angel. Multi-dimensional of Tammy is Pride's Angel, and literally flew in the last part and got that last possible nod. In fact, nose was the word.
Personally, I think he should win again.
Stars Above has got Pavarotti, who won very well. I think it would be a tall task to beat her. She's a temperamental filly, and if she behaves herself, she will run well.
Well, actually, she ran good races last season, finishing a 2nd with Indrajit and a 3rd with John. And she's running first time this season, hoping she runs a good race.
She's definitely come up on that run, and I expect her to run a very good race. I think my danger is Pavarotti. Anyway, we'll try and beat it.
Last race, the Division 1 of the Rare Gem Plate. Distance is 1200. 1 will be Chisox, who ran 8th. The Innerita was the winner of this race. Well, in that mid-pack, sporting the colours of brown with white chevrons, is Chisox, who finished 8th. Was a winner in race number 70, beating Panama, and 7th being Promise Kept. In this occasion, 8th out of 8 runners, the Innerita was the winner, sporting blinkers, Tungsta cross nose band, rated at 45 is Chisox. Pavarotti comes in next. Well, a good type of youngster eventually came and won by in fashion. In fact, is Pavarotti winning by 9 3/4 of a length, beating Emeraldo. Is Pavarotti once shown the daylight, literally stretched away to win by a comfortable margin. Is Pavarotti. Phoenix Star out of dance to the tunes. Sporting Tungstar Crossnose Band rated at 45. And 3 will be Star Admiral. Star Admiral ran 10. Siege Courageous was the winner. In fact, last was Star Admiral being produced the wide outside is Star Admiral and ended up finishing on 10th after the third being cash out and previously ran 7th being the Republic. In this occasion, 10th out of 10 runners. In the higher class, Siege Courageous, the winner, rated at 44 from Blinkers Tungstar Crossnose Band. And 4 will be Stars Above. Stars Above ran 4th, cash out as the winner. Stars Above was the one who was angling for his run with the blaze on his forehead. Stars Above ended up 4th, pretty consistent in his last 3 outings. Started off with a win in race number 73, beating Oxytocin, 3rd being the Republic Power, and 4th being Cash Out. That's a fine, good performance coming in his last 3 outings. Is Stars Above. Sporting Tungstar Crossnose Band basket bit rated at 44. 5 will be Super Ruffian. Super Ruffian was the one who ran 2nd being Tiger Returns on the previous occasion. And subsequently ended up 3rd being King of War in this run is Super Ruffian. This is race number 171 over that 7 furlong trip in race number 171 of the last winter run. It's from Tungstar Food Pacify Blinkers rated at 40. King of War, the winner in this race. Air Display comes in next. Air Display ran 3rd. Opus 1 was the winner of this race, and Air Display was the one who was in the center of the track. As following the Sheepskin Nose Band, ran 3rd on this occasion. Air Display in the silks of dark blue with white cross sashes and armband hoop cap. A supported Sanaspar is Air Display finished on in the money behind Opus 1's from Tungstar rated at 36. 7 will be Eco-Friendly. Eco-Friendly was the one who ran 7th. Alcides Synergy was the winner. In fact, last was Eco-Friendly. Well, compared to his previous last 2 outings in winter, having run 2nd behind Disruptor and 3rd behind My Vision, his previous 2 outings here in summer, 9th behind Mighty Zo and 7th behind Alcides, and a pretty bad run coming in from Eco-Friendly on these 2 occasions from Blinkers Tungstar rated at 33. Sacred Creator comes the next, who ran 6th. Measure of Time was the winner, and Sacred Creators at Augusta out of Goldie, the last runner for the day, who finished on 6th out of 9 runners. Measure of Time was the winner. This is race number 21 you're looking at. Ended up finishing on in that mid-pack. Sporting Tungstar Crossnose Band rated at 28. Measure of Time flew in the last part to end up winning this race by a length, in fact, and Sacred Creator ended up in that mid-pack rated at 28 from Tungstar Crossnose Band. So that's why in the pre of today's races. We'll join you tomorrow. Until then, thank you from all of us.